Been a little while. July 3rd, 2022. My first stream in... God, let me check. We can't watch a movie. No, we're not watching a movie in class today. I didn't wheel the cart out, so you just have to deal. 1 month. What did it mean by 1 month? May 22nd. Wow. Ouch. Okay, so this has been my first stream in more than... Well, I say this has been. This will be my first stream in more than a month, and I feel I should apologize for that. I don't really have any explanation aside from work is a lot. It's very time-consuming, and I've been spending most of my non-work time just kind of recharging. But, cut a long story short, there's a new Of the Killer game that came out within the last less than a week, so as per my usual, I've got to play it. I've played the last 6 games in the series. I should note that series is kind of in quotes there. It's very loosely connected for those of you that aren't familiar with it. I'm just gonna load it up real quick. Government District's Killer series, there we are. Yeah, there's been 6. Voice of the Killer, Hands of the Killer, Drool of the Killer, Eyes of the Killer, Flesh of the Killer, and Blood of the Killer. And today, we're going to be playing Ears of the Killer, which I know nothing about, as per usual. That's half the fun of it. So let me just get this booted up. Windows protected your PC, very cool. Heather, it's funny you're pointing that one out. That one is the one that actually immediately got me into this series. It's got one of the funniest lines in the entire series in it. And I don't want to spoil it for you if you've never seen any info. We booting up, game? Yes, we are. Okay. Just needed a minute. 1600 by 1200. Oh, I can turn windowed off. It comes with my recommendation, at least. Turn windowed mode off. What's the worst that could happen? Hold on here. We actually get the game visible on the screen. That doesn't seem like it's actually moving. Okay, easy fix. Just don't boot it up in windowed, or non-windowed this time. Alright, there we go. The game is going to be a bit... Oh, you know what? If I boot it up in non-windowed this time. Sorry. Hold on. One more time. One more time. We'll get this. We'll get this bread. There we go. So now it's not squished. Or stretched, I guess, was the issue. Let me just fiddle with the volume a little bit so that it's not too loud. So this game's actually going to be interesting because what I know of it is that you're allowed to play as not only BB, but ZZ here. That's BB's sister, for those unfamiliar. She's appeared in 2 other games before this one. I was worried she died off screen in like the 4th one, I think, but clearly she has not. Okay. Oh, wow, cutscenes. This is new. I think this is it. This is finally the time that I murder somebody? BB, what the fuck? ZZ, I just wanted to let you know, I'm preparing to walk the demon's path without honor or humanity. Alright, have fun. BB, what are you doing? Why are you talking about murdering someone? Aw. Don't try to stop me. I'm a creature of darkness now. You'll probably never see me again. Well, goodbye.
try to put the mirror back behind you on the way out.
What is the situation here, BB? Also, how do I get out of your house again?
That's it. I'm vanishing into the abyss. Only one word is sounding through my brain. Kill. Kill. BB, if the music from upstairs is bugging you so much, why don't you just wear earplugs? I do wear earplugs! I can still tell that it's there! It's been 3 days of not getting enough sleep. Since then, I've become more beast than human. Someone who can't be held responsible for the horrible crimes they're going to commit. So, you're going to slip a passive-aggressive note in under their door? It's going to be very snippy. I don't like to do this, but sometimes it comes down to desperate measures. I'd knock on their door, but that's usually a bad idea in this apartment building.
No kidding.
Boy, these passages are really starting to fall apart.
What's back here anyway? It just... I'm sorry. It just hit me what just happened. We just walked through the tunnel that... We just walked through the tunnel that BB found in the second game. That, like... They've just got it in their apartment now.
A man dressed as a clown sits unmoving in the empty room. At least he's not playing his records loud. Whatever happened to being neighborly? How come no one else seems bothered by this music? Am I the unreasonable one here? Is this a normal thing to do?
It's empty enough. I think it counts.
Down the pipes come echoes from the whole apartment complex. Footsteps, voices, the thump of furniture being moved in rooms you'll never get to see. Solid night ambience. Gone, and for what?
Loathing planet.
I'm a simple person who needs 8 hours straight of dim whisper noises and fingernail scuttling in order to be at my best. Is this too much to ask of other people? What about my needs?
Fingernail scuttling? Is BB a mouse girl? That's a funny question because even the creator refuses to answer that one. You could certainly interpret those as ears, or there might be a bow.
I didn't even think there was anybody on this floor. Thick layers of dust lie undisturbed on plastic ferns. The wallpaper is on a rare nautical theme. Flesh-like sludge seeps out from beneath the door. So much for slipping a note under there. The door itself swings open as if from a secret breath. Realistically, this is a job for the custodian, but I'd still like to get some sleep sometime tonight. Where's that sound even coming from? Did somebody leave their radio on under the goo? Let me turn the game volume down a bit, because it seems like it's a bit much. Let's go for right there. Does that seem all right? Or am I still being drowned out a little bit? Too quiet? The game volume is too quiet? Really? So what, right about here, that good, or? Oh, the game is too quiet now. Is this fine? That's too loud, okay. I have to play Too Hot, Too Cold here. Sorry about the mid-stream volume hassle. I was just reviewing a couple episodes from previous play sessions. This is good. Okay, all right. Just reviewing a couple episodes from previous... Nope, that's the wrong order of words. Okay, cool. Reviewing footage from previous episodes, and there was one point where the volume of the game I was playing was so loud it was drowning out what I was saying, and that was a little unfortunate for me to have to hear in post months later. Anyway, back to the game. What the hell is up with all the goo?
fuck is that?
Inside something like an instrument, I can dimly see a record turning. What kind of dark relic could be buried in the middle of all this? Midnight sex party at Dracula's house, exciting surf instrumentals for young people by Blue D. Hands and his Night Stranglers, B-side Haunted Castle, copyright Golden Grave Records 1965.
Okay.
Ah,
What? The hell just happened? BB? Maybe you should leave BB, except it doesn't seem like there's any way to do that. This doesn't seem right. I'm no expert on it. That's eyes, right? Is that? Nope. Okay, just a weird graphical thing. I mean, we've had 3D models, sorta, kinda, just never really outdoors ones like this before. Or not many, at least. You know, I'm liking this apartment less and less. Oh, I'm really not liking this apartment. Is a very good word for this. It does look a little bit like the Maze screensaver, huh? Except with more fucked up goop birds. Okay, that's the killer. What are you doing here? You usually don't show up until, like, the end of a given game. Oh, you're the one making the goop birds. Okay, alright, running. Running now, and can't get away. What the? Oh, please don't. Please don't. Wow, sensational. Folks, wasn't that poignant? Let's all give a hand to up-and-coming record artist Bebe with her new song, Forced to Eat a Bird. Remember to support local talent by buying her CD. And now, the act you've been waiting to see, the Horrible Screaming Murderers with their hot new single, Screaming, 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 Screaming. This is a sensory overload and a half. These guys really sold out after the last release, Screaming, Screaming, Screaming. Is that a cover version? Did you hear the Weepster's new song, 99 Tears? Each tear is for a different person strangled and killed. Wow, talk about emotional sincerity. I caught your set. Very milk can. Can I answer some questions for my zine?
It's zine, as in magazine. Also, where am I? What day is this?
Question 1. What are your influences?
There was a record by Blue D. Hans and, like, a house and a bird, or just something abstract in the shape of a bird?
Like the Holy Spirit?
What?
Stab Magazine. Catholicism sweeps new wave? Asked for her opinion on the vernacular mass, up-and-coming recording artist BV replies. Continued page 12. And when we review the top new crimes, knives or rope, old favorites ranked at last.
Later in the same piece, he calls you the Pat Boone of singing about murder.
What does that mean? Why does everyone who writes a music zine talk that way?
Well, I support your dreadful cultural ambitions, but don't you have anywhere else to put all these boxes? I was hoping these were yours. What's inside, anyway? Yeah, that's pretty much what I was expecting.
Oh, I have a choice. Do I listen to it? Of course I do. Let's listen to Having Fun with Bebe on stage.
Sounds kind of Beach Boysy. Well, I did sometimes daydream about being a pop musician, although I also like to imagine I'd be conscious at the same time. At least the lyrics will be easy to remember. I just hope I can get rid of these CDs.
It's a lot of fucking CDs.
ZZ, can I use your computer to look up something? Sure, just don't look in other tabs.
Rockadoodle Girl Chicken Reel, cement mixing videos, 4 hours, and AskBogey.net. Searching for Blue D. Hans? Blue D. Hans and his Night Stranglers Van Shrine. It was the toughest case I had ever handled, but I always had trouble saying no to a dame.
How do I turn off the detective? Just ignore him. I still need to update the blocker.
Golden Grave Records, new age music for now people. Visit our new location, 1252 Pyramid Street, Music Gardens, XX City. Last update March 1997. Site under construction.
Well, it's not like I really have another place to start. Zizi, I think why are you wearing a tie? I just got a job. Some kind of youth group in the Beach District was looking for someone to run their email newsletter. With my knowledge of HTML, I was naturally the top choice. Now I'm officially an office lady, or OL. It's just a matter of time till I start making the big bucks and can finally pursue my dream job of becoming a gothic novel heroine. Couldn't you do that anyway? It turns out to require a surprisingly large amount of starting capital. Incidentally, BB, if you ever want any advice on finding a job, feel free to ask. It appears I know all the tricks. Thanks, but I seem to have my own thing going on right now. Of course, now I'm gainfully employed, I'll need to find a volunteer to run the table at the Retromaniacs convention this week. Absolutely not, I'm busy. Only serial killers attend those things anyway. Oh, don't give me that. You hang out with serial killers all the time. I run away from serial killers all the time, not sell them merch. Well, maybe you should monetize your hobbies.
Who the hell is this middle character? Oh my god, okay. Do I want to play as BB or ZZ? Let's start with BB. I'm going to hope that we can play as both of them and not miss anything, but if not, I'm totally down to do 2 playthroughs. I'm not going to play as Ven. No. I don't want to put Ventus through this.
Let's see. Pyramid Street is out between the Rat District and the Temple of the Patriarch. That's not too far away. One nice thing about this city is that everything is just a skulk away. It's a completely trustworthy sack, stranger. Some policemen at the intersection are examining a pool of blood through a comically big magnifying glass. They've closed off the street, but that's okay since I can head down the side.
This is just what BB's town looks like, huh?
I can't believe I didn't even check today's police shape before I left the house this morning. It somehow gets more abstract and sprawling every time.
What the hell is that? I mean, what the hell is any of this, but what the hell is that? I love how unabashedly weird this series gets.
There's another another closure up ahead, but I think I can cut through that apartment complex. Maybe? Man, I don't feel at my best today. I still can't get that tune out of my head.
The one which you apparently sang. And the lyrics were just death over and over again, and it sounded like the Beach Boys.
Junk leaflets are piled around the door of the lobby. Smiling faces, learn guitar, or write song lyrics that impress their friends. Nobody's been collecting them lately. Sounds like everybody's already busy. Behind the doors, I can hear movement, low thumps and clangs, uncertain and irregular, like people working in the dark, or else like people practicing scales for a type of song I've never heard.
Definitely scales.
Who did put the bomb in the bomb? And would you really want to shake their hand? Well, it's not like there isn't some other dumb fad every few months here, like the unboxing craze. It was almost a relief when they started finding bodies. Hey, isn't this the address?
I don't have any idea how to sing those lyrics, so... Lipstick traces on a cigarette. Every memory lingers with me yet. Do-do-do. I'm no good at inventing tunes, so I hope you'll forgive me if I don't. I'm sorry for your loss.
Me too. Golden Grave?
1 second. Me too? Phoebe, what? Oh, hello. You must be one of the investors. Make yourself at home. Please excuse the mess. You caught us in the middle of some excitingly dynamic organizational reshuffling.
Boy, these are some quality coffins. Just to avoid a comical misunderstanding here, you guys are a music label?
Yes, a label for the new music. This way. Please, no more. No more venture capital. No more. Please excuse my soon-to-be ex-business associate. I can assure you everybody here is 100% thrilled by our move into a more creative direction.
He's drinking something.
What you want should be right down the stairs. I admit the change in direction came as a surprise to us as well, but the invisible hand can make no mistakes. Why the fuck are you going back up?
Yep, that's Blue D. Hans.
Stacks of old band merch in the basement that we found when we moved in. The copyright had expired. We just thought the name was cool. Bags of money started showing up soon after. Yep. That's how I knew that this was the start of a new age, that vast rewards would be awaiting anyone bold enough to drop what they were doing and seize the throne of cultural production. That's a lot of body bags. Introducing the Stars of Tomorrow.
I'm going to assume that these are marionettes.
How? A simple and delicate arrangement of wires. The breeze from our passing is enough to set them twirling, a new dance every time. Tremendous savings.
Okay, these aren't marionettes. Yeah. Are these locally sourced?
Oh, we've just been using whatever washes up on the beach. These are the prototype models. It'll be a while yet before we're ready to scale up production. The next step will be getting them to sing. Listen, put your ears up to his chest. Don't be shy. Doesn't it sound exactly like the ocean? Maybe. Why can I play as the unidentified corpse?
Scary but cute is a good way to describe this entire series, Robin. Hello. Good to see ya. It leans more into the cute side of things, aesthetically at least, than the scary, and the dialogue tends to lean comedic, so it's not really a series about jump scares, and also there's no lose conditions in these games. If you get caught, it just leads to extra content. There's always a way out. So that's nice. I've enjoyed the last 6 games. I'm already having a blast with this one. I have no idea what's going to happen as I progress. I guess let's play as the corpse. Sometimes in my grave, I sit and dream of the world I saw back in the golden age of horror-themed novelty records. Listen, let me tell you about it. I like this character design. Back before they were a corpse, I mean. Everyone knew it was the next big thing. Every night there'd be another band, private press recordings so amateurish they were sometimes just a background hiss, like night surf. Running, screaming, wearing masks. I don't know who came up with that. It seemed like a good idea at the time. I was in a group called the Cat People. At the time we all thought Cat People would be the next big monster archetype like Wolfman and the Mummy. It was innocent time. We had a sense of purpose then.
My purpose was predominantly guitar. There was one group everyone liked. It had a maniac killer theme. It was very ultra at the time. Ultra? I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. During sets, they'd stop and point at the audience. Later on, the body would wash up on the beach. Nobody minded. We all knew it was part of the exchange. Ugh. Maniac killer theme sounds like a small-scale way to put it. Somehow, the scene never hit it big. Things lost momentum at some crucial point. Bands split up, the money never arrived. One by one, people drifted away, back into the straight world. But I never felt disheartened. I knew the life we glimpsed was still out there, buried under history like an unexploded mine. I know that there's a place for me underneath those waves. Outre, if you're not big on French R's. Thank you, Heather. Let's switch to playing as ZZ. Let's see what ZZ's up to. ZZ's Journal.
Wage labor. So it's finally come to this. Awful. Penance for my misdeeds in a former life? Well, nevertheless, the gray mouse of despair travels over my duvet. I think it's duvet. Another beautiful and tragic journal entry.
ZZ is Mocha's self-insert. You're so right. Jesus Christ.
Eventually, I'll package all these up and sell it as a book. ZZ, the poor dead genius whom everyone mistreats. Why not get my posthumous validation while I'm still alive? Well, I'd better get to work. Positive Way LLC. All they said was that it was around the boardwalk somewhere. Can businesses be shy? I guess it's still the off-season. Heaps of unsold beach merch molder crabbily behind the nailed-up doors. 2 gulls on the boardwalk are trying to peck apart a plastic clam.
There's someone down there. There's a couple people down there. All right, I guess it is just people going to the beach then.
Further down the beach, I see people moving towards the water. Are they trying to surf? We don't get any big waves out here. In fact, I'm not even sure if that's an ocean.
There's the gulls. Towels for health, okay?
I still have time before work, so I decide to catch up on the psychic health of the culture, as revealed by the slogan shirts at the Sassy Beachwear. My gamer boyfriend has never been charged for crimes committed in 1988, 1991, and 1993, and if not stopped, he will kill again, and yes, he bought me this shirt. Future murder victim. I should get this one for BB.
ZZ. I mean, statistically speaking, you're right, but she's survived 6 attempts so far.
The spiral stair seems older than the pier. Seaweed crunches underfoot as I head down. What's that thing they say about seaweed? It only grows above the water level or something?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Okay, that's a familiar-looking spiral.
Well, this looks like the place. Time to launch my professional career. I've never really had a job before. Maybe they're good? I'll try to keep an open mind. Hello!
Hello, hello.
I'm the new hire.
That was today? Well, you certainly got here just in time. I used to be in charge of keeping the website up myself, but I'm not hep on all the new technologies these days. I mean, HTML3, HTML4, what's next?
Yep, that's how they get you. You made the right call getting me in.
Luckily, I had your desk set up already. It's just back here, past the communal dormitory. This is the main office. The fax machine is to your left. As you can see, we're very modern.
Are we the only people here?
ZZ, I would leave. I would get the hell out of here. Oh, yes, of course, officially they're all out on the away mission, but I don't think they'll mind you borrowing a desk while they're away. Okay, this is computer. Use the arrow keys to move around and access sites and programs.
Yes. Wait. Why did you hire me if you didn't think I knew how to use a computer?
Nobody else applied.
Well, at least he's paying me. I wonder what their site's like.
I'm playing as the mouse arrow. Red alert, next stage of human evolution imminent.
Comet Hyakutake brings closure to the Positive Way Research Unit. Get paid to read email, form a downline, and get paid even more. Get $10 to start, free. Proud to announce on 77XX, Research Group Leader Mr. President officially draws curtain on the human experiment pending graduation to new species or possibly some form of ray. While our human selves will not survive the transition to an extraterrestrial way of life, we are serene and confident that we shall nevertheless be yada yada yada. Yep, that figures. Returning soon to spread good news about the world that is to come. This all seems very normal. Ish. Mr. President demonstrates his favorite pyramids on eve of grand voyage. Organizing large trash pickup for the big day. Members relax by hanging 10 upon the waves. Big sale, Positive Way video lecture series, now $29.95 plus P&P limited offer. 1, so you've decided to return to the sea. Many have been feeling that leaving the sea was a bad decision. In this hour-long tape, Mr. President examines the pros and cons before coming to a reasonable and measured conclusion, I'm sure.
There's gotta be a secret somewhere, yeah.
2, the mundane monochord. Know your rights, know your responsibilities. If struck in the more spiritual part, the monochord will give eternal life. If in the more material part, transitory life.
Every one of these games is, look at this cult, and look, another cult. Just how many cults and freaky-deaky things exist in this area? I think there's more killers than normal people in this town.
Many are saying this. Find out why in this catered seminar. It's a video lecture series. What do you mean catered? Giggles, guffaws, and goofs, the best of laugh time at the compound. Between revelations, Mr. President often keeps the away team in good spirits with his patented collection of wisecracks, impersonations, and good-natured comedy riffs. This hour-long video cassette reveals a lighter side to Positive Way while also containing important messages about how human life was a mistake.
You know how when the pandemic hit, everyone took up bread baking? This city took up casual murder as opposed to competitive murder. Yeah, it sounds right. Surprised to say there's no apparent secrets on this page. Huh. Nope, nothing. All right.
Look, a job's a job. I'm not running away. I'll just find that guy and try to be very clear about my career expectations. Also, I should probably ask for the money up front.
No kidding. What in the... Is this like an aquarium, or is the water just being held back? Was there a disco carpet here? Normal office things, just like my own office. Exactly like my own office, except this one has disco carpet, so it's better. Oh, I didn't hear you come in. Just working on one of the organization's little revenue sidelines. Sounds of the Sea Volume 9. Impressive, huh? But sales have really fallen off since Volume 4. I'm starting to think people have had enough of soothing aquatic mammal sounds.
Well, anything is possible.
Alas, you are not seeing the organization at its finest. When I think about the glory days, when the group was still together, not yet departed to the level beyond human, vanished to the next dimension, never to return. Hello. We came back. Huh? I kind of want to follow up on that immediately, but I guess let's go back to BB, see how she's doing.
Eventually, Funeral Man gave me the scoop. The rest of the merch they'd found in the cellar was being sold off that day at a memorabilia event. But to get inside, I'd have to do something I swore I'd never do again.
Drop gauge empty. Christ. Welcome, Retromania X. Top quality, nostalgia wares, and other. Ask our helpful representative. She looks helpful. Okay, hold on. I need to take a picture of this. I just need a picture of BB looking miserable. Send you that. Yeah, sure thing. Hold on. Let me just pull it up real quick. Just that bit, or like the entire screen? Because I can take a picture of the entire screen. Helpful representative indeed. All right, back to the show. Oh, you want the whole thing? Shit. All right, well, I'll probably just replay this game afterward. To avoid eye contact with potential retromaniacs, I've been catching up with the music press. New releases: Bebe Death to Life, 4 stars. Review by Johnny Murder Blood. Can color be a sound? The question, recalling fervid days of undergraduate frenzy scored to the sound of Gary Munro's Sally, ambient techno remix, seems somehow both apropos and turgid when applied to the new release from mysterious up-and-coming musical auteur Bebe. It reminds me of an anecdote, blah blah blah. The Weepster, Weepin' the Night Away. Once again, an album of lachrymose hits from the Weepster, but is that enough in today's political economy? 3 stars. My alter ego's been releasing more material. Where did I even find time for this? Did I pass out in the shower? Luckily, there are no customers yet, so I think I can slip away. This storefront isn't actually registered with the convention. It's cheaper to just set up in a closet and wait for someone to get lost. Really? You guys sell merch so often. I'd buy merch.
The main hall. It's busy, but I think I can make it through if I don't look anybody in the eye or express any kind of musical opinion. Actually, these people might be too busy making money to be interested in me. There are more suits around than usual. Exactly what are all these people hoping to buy? Nothing but Cube, Vintage Knife, Valley of the Dolls.
I like the townsfolk all being weirdos. This is a fun convention. Hold on, wait. No, okay, they're not actually gravitating toward me. Usually by this time in one of these games, there'd be an aggro. Like, something would aggro onto me.
Culture workers crowd around the stalls, digging through boxes of hit clips and moldering Teen Beat magazines in search of unexcavated desires. Can mankind be doomed to repeat the sins of the past?
Unexcavated desires. I love the phrasing in these things, even if I have a very hard time understanding what's being said.
Oh, hey, it's my favorite game, Of the Murderer. Mannequins and Rusty Cages Direct, discount puppets, something about masks. Caesar films here, all kinds. Little Caesar, Black Caesar, High School Caesar, Deep Space Caesar, Caesar versus the Haunted Moon Women, fantastic value. Were the women haunted, or was the moon? Just a toilet. It certainly is.
I feel obliged to see if there's anything that happens when I approach the Just a Toilet stall. There's nothing to indicate there would be. Nope, I can just walk right through it. Okay. Okay. I saw you looking around. Please visit my stall. If you're a true memorabilia head, you will find many rare items to your liking.
I'm kind of busy right now. I like your mask.
This is a circa 1975 Dapper Dog mask. Are you a Dapper Dog fan? List your top 15 Dapper Dog episodes now.
What?
You can't even name a single Dapper Dog episode and you think it's okay to make some, I don't know, some little comment about my mask. People like you really make me sick. I think I'm gonna have to dream about you tonight. I'm gonna dream about climbing through your window and wrapping my hands around your neck. It's a special dream I have about people I despise. Sometimes I'm not even sure if it's really a dream.
This... Cruelty Squad? I'm not familiar with Cruelty Squad, or if it looks anything like this. If it does, or sounds like this, I may have to check it out. Also, hello. Don't think I've seen you in one of these before. How much is the ceramic pineapple in the sunglasses?
Oh, that's $400. Isn't he a delightful little fellow? I knew you had taste.
Gone. Did I lose him? I feel pretty lost myself. The sound of the convention from behind the walls is muffled, slowed. It could be any year out there. The merch around me yields no clues. Broken down displays from retro revivals long abandoned have been stuffed into the corridor. It's like being in a digestive tract for old band merch. From ahead, I hear the sound of chewing. Yes, we have fourth wave ska. Good to know.
Interesting. Well, color me curious about it then.
Consolidating into the new cultural form of the serial killer, just as all previously existing protagonists have been absorbed into the single official figure of the policeman. Further synthesis of the two into a kind of final protagonist of history, or last man, would... this must be the business sector. Consultants are hard at work, pouring through the entrails of the culture, placing expensive bets upon the shape of things to come. Exhibit Hall, Novelty Horror. Nostalgia mixed with blood, the hot sound of the kids today.
Looks nasty on purpose to be surreal vibe, a bit more charming. Yeah, I love the Of the Killer games. Was that a jab at NFTs? I don't know. This bit, or...
Is it the drone of conference speakers that makes me feel like falling forwards, or is there something in me that's responding to their song?
Oh, this isn't a game for... this isn't a series that's been about cheap jump scares. All the horror is delivered with this exact same sort of comedic tinge. High-stakes wagers on the future of humanity. Oh, no, this bit is more commentating on other serial killers in the series, and also the fact that I'm pretty sure the cop in the first game is implied to be tied to the killer in some way. Yeah, if there's an actual scare in one of these games, you'll know it quickly and easily. Made in earnest when it comes to aesthetic. I don't think it's intentionally poorly made or anything. I think the creators has a technical limit, but is making their game anyways. Yeah, you know, I'd say so. Even if it is poorly made on purpose, well, poorly is relative. I love the art style. Doodly though it may be, that's part of the charm of it for me.
Be true to your school. Some credit XX City's own Blue D. Hans for having anticipated the cultural shift from monster-themed horror to the increasingly popular maniac killer contemporary style. Commercially unsuccessful in his time, he is said to have eventually left the music biz for spiritual reasons. The magic of history. Once, prominent theorists fleeing from state violence found accommodation in the beach district of XX City. Through proximity, their doctrine of negation was assimilated into neighboring surf culture in a garbled and mystical form. The Church of the Negative is said to still survive today. Well, that's not a half-bad painting.
So usually, just to be clear for newcomers, the horror in these games tends to manifest in,
very obvious chase sequences. Like, once we get to the part that's supposed to be horror, quote-unquote, you'll know. And I do emphasize quote-unquote because even those aren't really scary. They tend to have a lot of extra dialogue in them that's well worth reading through, or at least that's how Drool of the Killer was, but I'm not really comfortable with the crying sound effect, I will say that. Oh! Wait a minute. We met you earlier. Excuse me. Sometimes thinking about the harsh realities of showbiz gets me all choked up. I hear you're beginning a musical career yourself. I too would like to be a pop sensation. People call me the Weepster. Isn't that awful? But it takes a worried man to sing a worried song. Wait, did their dance just... Are they dancing? I just want you to know that I feel really bad about all the horrible things we're going to do to you. I'll probably cry myself to sleep tonight. The same way I do every night. Hit it! Okay, I don't know how to recite the lyrics, so I'm just gonna let folks read them. My heart is breaking on account of all the murders. Like, okay, that's not a rhyme. Oh, this is a little disorienting. How many more people do I have to chop apart before I get a media career? You know what? But can cultural ubiquity really fill the hole within my heart? I mean, maybe. Let's give it a try. Alright, Weepster. It's so hard to be an empath in this 21st century connected society. True, I guess. Let's get caught again, right? Can I get caught? Is that even a concern here? I guess I can't. I just have to go to the door. Hey, this is a familiar outfit. The tears of my career aspirations, are they enough to drown the world? How the hell should I know? I don't even know what your song's supposed to sound like, guy. The year is 20XXX. 100 years have passed. I have successfully murdered everybody on the planet and been inducted into the Rock and Roll Museum of Clothes. So tell me, why do I still cry? Could it be these final tears are for myself? What am I hanging on to right now? Hold on. I didn't realize I was supposed to be in control of this. Reading the lyrics, starting with I am the Weeps from the same tune as E-G-G-M-A-N. This is incredibly silly. Just a second. I don't feel so. The world is the sum of the things which do not improve. If you don't stop singing, I'm gonna throw up on your shoes. Whoa, BB. Contradicting the miserable bounty of the sun and dips his beak into the chest of the dead earth, dreaming finding there the telephone to voice the black river flailing arm tail, endless over end on end of green moistened cardboard, not radiating infinitely outward, rather shrinking towards the center of the sky, the red, yes, the red, no. There will come a day not marked off. Holy shit! Not marked on any calendar, and we will step outside and be at the end of the calendar, and the streets shall be red with the blood of the calendar. I'm playing as the guy now. Will you stop interrupting my big musical number? Hold on. What happens if I get caught? Wilt thou fight and perish for the kingdom of the bird? Is BB okay? I mean, clearly no, but... Did BB get possessed by the killer? By the way, I'm referring to the killer as a specific entity because the killer is a specific and recurring entity in the... Yeah, Back to the Beach called. Is a specific and recurring entity in these games. Usually got a bird motif going on. Clearly that was him force-feeding BB a bird at the beginning of the game. Anyway, how's ZZ doing? You're right, that does look more professional.
Positive Way wellness and emotional health expertise. Be part of a welcoming, mindfulness-oriented community today. Subscribe to our daily affirmations newsletter from $19.95. Live Prey with streamers near you. Press enter to support our emotional labor at the shop. You can't just have a wall of text these days, it scares people away.
What's with the little blobby cartoon guys?
And nobody knows, but you've got to have them. Ah, the life of a web design professional. Busy, busy. I'd better go make sure the shop's up and running too. We got a lot more traffic after buying all those podcast ad spots.
ZZ's doing surprisingly well. Oh my god, they're fixing the whole place up.
I barely recognize even this place anymore. Modifications are being made all the while, new driftwood suites sprouting up out of every corridor. Is this what they mean by scaling up?
Oh, it's young ZZ. I hear you've been coming up with some new ideas for our online store.
You bet, boss. For example, Orgon pyramids are all well and good, but why stop there? What about the possibilities of non-pyramidal Orgon items, like an Orgon weed leaf, or an Orgon dollar sign, or maybe an Orgon video game entity?
Rest in peace, Dreamcast. I don't know, Dreamcast Sonic looks like he's doing pretty well there. He's on sale for $59.99, that's not bad. I mean, that's what, twice the Orgon weed leaf price? Very compelling. You know, it's rare we get someone of your entrepreneurial abilities joining a death cult. They generally prefer to start their own.
Well, for what it's worth, I'd regard myself more as a temporary employee. Anyway, do you still want me to take stock of the basement?
Yes, good idea. Maybe there's something else we can put up on the store there. Remember, everything must go.
You know, for a startup-type organization, these guys sure seem to be trying to stockpile as much ready cash as possible. Maybe I should get my CV ready again. Let's see here. Cultist training tapes, can think of at least 2 distinct types of people who would pay for those. Affirmation CD-ROMs, expired calendars, more pyramids, etc. No, something in here has to be appealing. Whole shelves of glossy, self-published books, each one proving beyond a doubt the existence of extraterrestrial life. They have never been opened. I wonder where that draft's coming from. Oh! Maybe back here? Old doors are all over the complex. They're all nailed up. The one behind the shelf swings invitingly open. Well, variants are always worth something.
I noticed the door here was marked a negative way.
These are some nice corridors. It seems like a shame to let them get all seaweedy. The friendly alien posters are an improvement, though. Why frame the empty canvas? Some of this might be tough to sell.
Opposite of a vase.
Well, maybe they'd do okay on the novelty market. Funny retirement presents, stuff like that. A shelf of old and worm-infested books. The words on every page have been carefully scribbled out. Thesis number 1. The world is the sum of the things that are not the case. Thesis number 2. The world, not, never the, no. Thesis number 3 is completely blank except for the parts that have been redacted. What are these theses even supposed to be about? I don't get it. Cold seawater laps at the carpet. From somewhere in the darkness, I hear the barking of seals. Is this the career track I've heard so much about?
I don't think it is, ZZ. I don't think it is. Does she have swimming animations? I need to check. She does not. Well, she hasn't exactly been to a water park before, so I guess she wouldn't have an outfit for it.
Began to disappear, piece by piece, into the air until nothing was left. The clothes found by the acolytes turned into holy relics, emblems of the negative. The remains of their victims, something. I don't think I'd care to read any more of that. It's track 206. Terrified Scream number 37, with a cheese grater, black hair, blue coat, name not recalled. Backed with Chopping SFX, Gurgle number 12. The one with the umbrella who came to that party, name not recalled. Licensed under Creative Commons Attribution License, Blue D. Hans, 1963. Just a sound effect. Of the missing, last moments pressed into new recordings, screams repeating over and over left on a rack in the basement of the sound effects library. Possible commercial applications? Could lease to video game companies? Ask the new hire. Is that supposed to be about me? Chat, between you and me, I don't like where this is going.
This was the inner sanctum of the old organization, so dedicated to negation that eventually they disappeared themselves. But you can't make a living out of that.
As easy as a live blogger. I like how close I can get into the camera here.
I was new here at the time, but it was clear to me that we needed a change, a new direction, a new shape, better fitted for the things that we saw coming down the pike. We can escape, build a new life back under the waves, back where there are no waves. A new house to weather the tides of history. You can help us. It can be the start of a new world. Have you ever thought about entering upper management? The board and I.
Hello?
Oh.
So, am I getting made permanent or what?
See? Priorities. How's BB been? Oh, BB's been doing great. Wow. Yeah, BB's absolutely fine. We got some Cthulhu nonsense going on over here, huh? Honestly, I would pay money for an Of the Killer collection. Like, these are all free, but I would pay $5 to have an anthology collection with no additional, like, material in it, just on Steam or something.
She's waking up. Get the rubber pipe. Locals only. We don't like punk rockers out here. This is Jan and Dean country.
Wait! I'm not even punk. I'm new wave.
There's a new wave? So the legends were true. You should go see Mr. President. Mr. President is a great friend of the department. We get a police discount on our Zodiac readings.
The cops swing their attention away, staring out unseeing into the surf. It's getting late. Soon the streetlights will come on. How long was I out? I wonder what happened to the Weepster and Company. Piles of clothes are neatly stacked upon the beach. Maybe they all decided to head out for a swim.
Oops. Looks like we misjudged the cultural mood once again. No age of Aquarius this century. At least I get to go on the away team this time. Beneath the ocean, there's no such thing as history. Big fish eat the little fish, on and on forever. Doesn't that sound nice? We're going to bring you all there. But there's no use in dwelling on the past. Maybe we'll come back up to visit someday. See you all in 50,000 years.
What a strange individual.
Yeah, a strange individual who you didn't get to meet, BB.
A fresh sign is taped upon the weathered boards. Discount spiritual opportunities and videotapes cheap. I think I recognize this handwriting.
Yeah, Colt, I don't know if you've seen another of the Killer game, but they're all like this.
Mystic greetings, travel. Oh, it's you. Hi, baby.
I know you've been here for all of them. I'm teasing.
How goes the new career, ZZ? Oh, management disappeared. Everyone else lit out with as many office supplies as they could carry, and I think this building might be sinking into the water. Your standard tech role. Right now, I'm doing one last round of asset liquidation before fleeing. It turns out this guy online is interested in the box of old LPs I found in the basement sector.
Fleeing.
BB, you're into music now. Do you think these could be worth anything? Midnight Sex Party at Dracula's House by Blue D. Hans and his Night Stranglers. It's getting late. I can't believe this guy wouldn't wait until tomorrow. You're the one who wanted to get these records off our hands. Besides, if someone wants to give us money, then we should respect their priorities. Gossip scoop. Funeral man found dead in his workplace, strangled by an unknown assailant. His brother, Funeral Man, also was killed. It's a sad day for funeral fans. Today's political economy is said to be full of something or other. Now remember, once he hands over the money, give the all clear and I'll come trade the LPs. It's good to be careful in these kinds of situations. Yes, indeed.
Seems like a very dangerous trade to be making, or a dangerous individual to be making it with.
Why did he want to meet at the planetarium anyway? He says it makes him feel at home. Well, frankly speaking, I can't imagine who would feel at home in a place like this. But that's not really my problem, is it?
Wait. This isn't going to be the guy from the 4th game, is it? Or was it the 5th? God, I can't remember. They're all starting to blur together. I just know it's not from the 3rd one. Yeah, I do kind of like the moving spacey wallpaper. Hey there. Thanks for coming out tonight. Aren't the stars pretty? Isn't it a nice night? Do you think the world is basically good or basically bad?
Man, I just work here.
Good answer. Ever since I heard your CD, I knew we had a lot in common. People used to say, Blue, look... Oh my god, that's Blue D. Hans. Or Blue D. Hans. People used to say, Blue, look around. Look at how beautiful the world is. Beautiful compared to what? I live here. It's nothing new to me. I've never known another kind of world. By rights, this one should be as unnoticeable to me as the back of my own head. But it's not. It doesn't feel like that, and that's how I knew that this world was not my home. That there was another. The negative. The point of comparison. You think I'm just being lyrical, but it's true. I've seen it. It's a real place. I've been there. The counterworld. The invisible antipode.
You've been to Australia?
I was so flattered to be mentioned in that interview you did. It made me think it might be time for a comeback after all. I've seen so many things since I died. I can't wait to show everybody. You can go first, since I know you're a fan. Hey, come back. Did you bring my album?
Wait here and I'll bring it to you. You can trust me. I'm a verified seller.
I wanted to make sure I remembered all the songs, you see. It doesn't matter. I've learned new words on a red earth with a red sky.
Motherfucker, you did just go to Australia. Hey, is this the same building?
Every building is the same, every person is the same, every sentence means the same thing, and they wonder why I started killing people. Lights out.
Man, I'm not a parrot. I'm not gonna fall asleep just because you put a bag over me.
Well, here's another nice mess you've gotten us into.
The killer is playing saxophone. So maybe you both aren't ready to headline just yet. That's okay, you can stick to backup duties for now. We all had to pay our dues.
What's that?
That's the new wave. I thought you knew. Okay, fellas, I know it's been a while, but this is our big shot. Our chance to usher in the new. Why not start slow with the cover version?
Psst, Phoebe, I think I can untie this. Phoebe?
There's a new sun rising up angry in the sky, and there's a new voice saying we're not afraid to die. And Phoebe is completely hooked on this because he got force-fed a bird. Let the old world make believe it's blind and deaf and dumb, but nothing can change the shape of things to come. Okay. Phoebe? You need to get the bird out of you. What the? What? Who is laughing? Okay, the bird is having a great time. Phoebe is about to throw a shoe. Oh! What? Hey, did any of you bring any strings? It'll just take a sec. The wave of the news seems to have crested a little earlier than anticipated. Don't worry, I think we can still turn this gig around. Do you guys remember the chords to Walk, Don't Run? Hello? Hello?
BB's report. After clinging to a piece of driftwood, ZZ and I eventually washed it up on the beach and caught the last bus home. That was the last I saw of the band. In the end, the new wave broke apart before it could do much damage. By the time it rolled away, only the Sassy Beachwear store would be sassy no more. My newfound music career seems to have ended at about the same time that all the money vanished from the scene. The remaining true believers spent their time on arcane factional disagreements before going underground. Stab Magazine, true heads only, no scene, no corporate. Weepster Wars update, Weepy Man's new single, I'm the New Weepster, has prompted 4 new answer records claiming to be or be inhabited by the spirit of the original Weepster, including Weepster's Revenge, Watch Out, I'm Lil Weepster, I'm the Weepster's Dad, Just Call Me Dad, and I'm the remastered original Weepster. New Schism alert, Neo Darkwave Murder Corps has officially split from the horror wave crime punk tendency and requests that they move out of his garage. In the end, the only sign that anything mysterious had occurred was an abrupt Beach Boys revival that seemed to last all summer long.
God, what a kooky series this is. All right, I didn't have any other games planned for this stream, so I'm gonna start wrapping things up here. I love these games too. I'm highly entertained, as weird as they are. All right, so with that done, I'm just gonna give an abridged version of my usual outro. I want to thank you all for coming out to this stream after more than a month of inactivity. It's nice to be at least back for the duration of this game. You know the usual drill. I don't think I need to recite it at this point, but as you see on the screen there, if you missed today's episode, you can catch it at the archives, Strawbunny Slime Stream Archives on YouTube. If you want to stay updated, you can check us out on Twitter or on Discord. I've forgotten the Discord link, so give me a second to see if I can find... Jeez, it's been a while. I think it's under stream stuff. Yeah, there it is. All right, so... a link to the stream archives on YouTube right here. A link to the Discord right here. And if Discord's not your thing, but you still want to stay up to date on when streams are going live, the Twitter is right here. Normally, this is the part where I'd plug the money zone and the whole subscription reward thing that you can see on the screen there, the different emotes. And while they are very nice, today's money zone is going to be different priorities. Those emotes were made by Littlest Artemis Colt in the chat here. Good friend of mine, very good friend, needless to say. Frankly, long overdue for any form of payment for the emotes. I need to get on that, but that's a whole thing, and like the focus on them is that they were gifted to me, etc., etc. I could go on with that, but Colt is already saying never in chat, so instead I'm going to say Colt is looking for a little extra spending cash, and if it can't come from me, it'd mean the world to me if it came from you, my loyal followers. I don't know what I'm trying to do with this. Colt's taking commissions is what I'm trying to say right now. Doing great work. Got commission prices right there on Tumblr. Go get some art from Colt. Colt does great art. I like Colt's art. Needless to say, I like Colt's art. I wouldn't be using it for not only the stream emotes, but also the intro here, the starting soon message. Anyway, with all of that said, yes, please do buy Colt's art. Colt works very hard on this stuff, does a great job. I can't gush enough. But that will do it for the monetization zone. And I guess that's it for the stream. Thank you all again for attending. As per usual, well, usual these days, I should say, streams are just kind of on a when I feel like it basis, so I don't have any official date for when the next one is going live. That's what the Discord and Twitter are for. If you need to be notified of when a stream is going live, I like to post, hey, I'm going live in 10 minutes on that whenever I can. Yada, yada, yada. This has been Strawbunny Slime Streams. Thank you all for watching. Let's look forward to the next of the killer game, huh? And in the interim, enjoy the rest of your day. Sorry for this outro being weird. I'm certainly not at the top of my game. Just from an hour of doing the voices, my throat is sore. Yeah, my hand is sore from doing all the voices. All right, I'm drawing this out a little too long, though. Thank you all again for attending, and enjoy the rest of your day. Sincerely.